Hey guys, so today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I will be showing you guys 5 sports cards under $10 that I believe are incredible investments right now. But before we get into that, I did want to say a little bit about our membership program because we've been making an absolute killing recently. Our premium and ultra high-end members will get the report on Sunday, and our regular members get the reports on Mondays. And I just want to say over the last 6 weeks, our members have doubled their money on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's PSA 10 1986 Fleer. They nearly doubled their money on Stephen Curry's 2009 Exquisite. They've gained 60% on LeBron's 2003 Topps Chrome, gained 50% on Giannis's Green Prism, and gained a 100% profit on Russell Westbrook's Topps Chrome, and have tripled their money on Devin Booker's National Treasures all over the last 6 weeks. So if you guys would like to join in on the profit and always stay a few steps ahead of the market, go ahead, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. But without further ado, we are going to hop right into this video. So the first pick we have on today's video is Devonte Graham. And his optics, I believe, are a great buy. His prisms, I believe, are a great buy. So specifically, we'll just take a look at his optic hollow rookie card. Now, Devonte Graham was lucky enough to get himself out of a crowded backcourt situation with the Hornets, especially as LaMelo Ball was continuing to eat up his minutes. Graham has joined a Pelicans team that will need spacing and three-point shooting. Compared to the Hornets, the offense of the Pelicans originates from the forwards instead of guards. Graham has struggled with low shooting percentages in the past, season based on having to take tough shots as the main playmaker. But now with him being able to take shots off of guys like Zion and Brandon Ingram, I believe his efficiency will take a jump next season. And with as cheap as his cards are right now, I believe it is definitely worth the risk to get into Devonte Graham right now, see how New Orleans treats them with Zion and Ingram. Of course, a lot of attention will be away from Devonte Graham, which will allow him to get better efficiency, and he still will have a fair share of shots. So I definitely believe Devonte is a very good buy right now. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick. So we got Trent Jr. I believe a lot of his cards are very good investments. We're just going to use his Prism rookie card. But Trent Jr. should be lining up as the starting shooting guard for the Toronto Raptors this season, now that Kyle Lowry has left the team. He had a bit of a rocky start with the Raptors last season, but I believe that a lot of that is to blame on the inconsistencies that the team had late in the season with injuries, and the fact that he was traded so late into the season. I believe that we will see improved play this season with more confidence in the consistency of his situation, which had been in question over the last few years, and he has shown that he has the potential to be more than just a 3-and-D player with flashes of real offensive ability, in the past on just waiting for an open shot. If he can continue to produce a lot of his own offense, I believe Toronto will be a great place for him. So I think it's a great bet to kind of place right now at his given prices. And without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, and we got Patrick Williams of the Chicago Bulls. Patrick Williams has been incredibly impressive throughout the Summer League. People definitely saw flashes of his potential in the last season, but he looks to have improved a lot more since then, and he will greatly benefit from Lauri Markkanen signing with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Another thing to keep in mind is that because he's a part of the 2020 draft class, very few of his Prism cards have been graded. So if you want to go, and purchase some of his raw cards and grade them, that could be an incredible kind of way to use your money, as you're hardly going to see any graded cards. If PSA does open back up, or if you want to send a BGS or SGC, you will likely see some great returns. If you can grade those if you can grade those well, I definitely see some great returns there. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, and that is Lonzo Ball. A lot of talk around Lonzo Ball recently, of course, with LaMelo Ball now in the league, and as you guys know, with brothers in sports, with family in sports, they tend to become very iconic. You think of the Griffey Jr. brothers. You think of even Markieff and Marcus Morris are household names, even though they're not incredibly good, right? So I believe that with LaMelo Ball in the league, we're going to see, a good rise in, I would say, demand for Lonzo Ball's cards, and just given the fact that he's in a new situation now in Chicago, and I think, playing with guys like Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo has a great way to kind of find his place, and he's been improving consistently, over the past few seasons. He's been improving his jump shot, which seems to be his only thing that's holding him back. He's an incredibly willing passer. He's a great defensive player for his position. He's got great size, especially as a 6'6" point guard. That is rare to find. All he really needs is a consistent jump shot, and I think he can be a very solid point guard for a playoff Chicago Bulls team. So I definitely think that, combined with the fact that he's got a lot of hype around his name, especially with LaMelo Ball in the league, possibly LiAngelo in the league, I believe this Ball family is going to be iconic for a long, long time. So I believe Lonzo is a great bet to be placing right now, now that he's a Chicago Bull. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop right into our next pick. We got Steve Nash and his 1996 tops. These have dipped extremely hard recently, and they currently sit at a price that I feel to be a great buying opportunity for both the short and long term. Steve Nash continues to stay relevant post-career as he's become a coach, of course, for the Brooklyn Nets. And in addition, the Phoenix Suns were in the finals this year, and whenever a team reaches the finals and sees success, their fan base naturally grows. That's from people in Phoenix starting to watch basketball, and, of course, from bandwagons that start to support the Suns. And I believe that as the Suns fan base grows, I believe that the demand for the franchise's all-time greats will grow as well. With more Suns fans, more people will collect Steve Nash's cards. That will naturally allow more attention to be on Steve Nash, as he's one of the greatest Suns players of all time. So I think his cards right now are in a place where they're super low risk, a great grading opportunity when PSA opens back up. So at around $7 to $12, I believe there's hardly any risk here. Even if you manage to get it into a PSA 9, you're making decent money. So I definitely believe that this is a great hold, a great time to be buying up Steve Nash's cards. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once again, if you would like to join the program, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. But other than that, I'm out. Peace.